Now that you have a connection with Illustrator's blend tool and using it in the step setting, we're going to take a look at how you can create a lot of different things by combining blend with effects. So your artboard that you've opened up for this assignment has one rule on it. And let's look down here. And I want to point out my workspace, if you want it to look like mine, I have only opened up from Windows, Properties panel, and swatches. Now swatches sometimes get stuck to symbols. I can just pull that off and get rid of that. So here we go. So if I wake up this with my selection tool here, it's telling me this is a 13-point stroke. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create 5 more of these. So I'm just going to wake this up and do Command or Control C, Command or Control F, which copies it right on top of the other one. And I think I'll change the color of that to orange. I'm going to do the same thing. Command or Control C, Command or Control F. It made a copy right on top of the other one. And kind of randomly going here. Again, just repeating. And Command or Control C and Command or Control V would throw this copy off someplace out here in the other areas of the artboard. But I prefer just to have it stay in place. Command or Control C, Command or Control F. So I got, let me see, I think I'll maybe make this one, oh, I guess I'll go with a darker blue. And we'll just stop there, okay? So here's the other thing I want you to have a connection with is when you're working with software like this, take advantage of how the machine can do something perfectly, instantly, versus you having to like eyeball it. And your time is far better spent being creative, right? So let me just show you what I'm referring to. I want to build something where the spaces between these lines are exactly the same. All I need to do is wake them up, and then you'll see from in the Properties panel, it's letting me know that, oh, you've selected more than one object. Would you like to align it? So what I'm doing is I'm going to click on the dot, 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 and I'm going to go down here, and I want to also, you need to check to make sure that it's set to align to selections. And now I'm just going to ask it to align vertically. So now they're perfect, right? Which is a good thing. So now that I've created those equal distant lines that have different colors, I'm going to select all those, and I'm going to go to Object. I'm going to go to Blend Options. I currently have it set for 5. Let's maybe change it to 4. And you should be playing around with this because this is how you're going to learn. It's important, though, that you do this in steps. We don't want to blend in terms of like a gradient. We want the steps. We want the process to reveal the colors that are formed between these colors, between red going to orange, between orange going to pink. So now that we've got that preference set, we have to go back to Object, down to Blend, and of course Make. And now we have this wonderful pattern. Now I want to point out something that I think is super cool is you don't have to expand it. If you expand it, you commit to those colors. But if you want to, you can get your direct selection tool, and it's going to identify the original lines in this process. So if I deselect and just wake up this line, I could change that to change it to gray, and it instantly changes the relationship. So this was my key object here. If I change that to orange. So I think this is pretty cool. So you could continue to iterate this. Let's change this one to like a dark burgundy, and it just on the fly, it adapts and makes those blend relationships. So now that we've got this, let's check out all these fun things we can do. You can group this thing. And again, you don't have to expand it, but you can start to explore in effects. Like what happens if you just go to warp and you make it an arc? If you go all the way to 100%, you have created, click OK, you have created a rainbow. Pretty cool. Of course, you have to scale it down here to scale it into your artboard, but that's pretty interesting. You could do Command or Control Z, and then you could eliminate that effect from the Properties panel because you haven't expanded it. And then you can go back again, and let's check this out. Let's go to Effect. And what happens if we go to Zigzag? And we ask it to, per segment, do 21 zigs. We could make it a sharp corner, or we could, boom, go smooth. And we could make the depth of those shapes increase here. You can really just have at it here, because the idea here is that you're exploring what these things do. What if we do distort? What if we did twist? All kinds of interesting things here. So the idea here is that you're going to be building a blend full of multicolors, and then you're going to explore making a couple different effects. So what you'll want to do in this assignment is you will want to, after you've created this wonderful thing, just go to duplicate artboards and duplicate that beautiful thing a couple times. And then in each artboard, in each of the 3 artboards that you have, create a different effect using this process.